Music therapy is the intentional use of music by a certified music therapist to support development, health, and well-being. Music therapists are trained to use music safely and ethically, and we can address needs in 7 domains, which are cognitive, emotional, communicative, social, spiritual, physical, and musical. All this to say, this is a fancy definition to say that music therapists are trained professionals who use music purposefully and safely to support holistic well-being. In music therapy, music can act as sort of a vehicle for expression, connection, and communication. In a lot of cases, music allows people to communicate and connect without actually speaking. And it can also help us to access emotions that we might be keeping really deep inside ourselves. We might not even be fully aware of them. So these things make music therapy a very powerful form of therapy. Sometimes it's used as an alternative to traditional therapies like talk therapy, but often it is used in conjunction with these other types of therapies as well. Music therapy can also be used as a motivator for people who need to practice, say, physical movements, exercises. So an example of that might be that reaching out to play an instrument, like play a drum or a cymbal, at a certain time in a piece of music where that music is relying on that instrument to be played, that's extremely motivating versus just having to reach out for the sake of doing an exercise. So music therapy can be really paired with things like physiotherapy in that sense. So sometimes when I'm explaining how music therapy works to people, it can be really helpful to just give some examples of what it might look like in a session. So sometimes we might sing familiar songs together, we might be exploring instruments, we might be improvising or recording songs, songwriting, we might listen to music and then talk about the lyrics or reminisce and talk about what memories come up with that song. Sometimes music therapy takes on the form of almost like a music lesson, but adapted a little bit. So learning a new instrument in an adaptive way that fits for the individual. Sometimes it might be paired with other creative arts. So we might paint or draw while listening to music. And sometimes it might be music-assisted relaxation techniques. So music therapy can take on so many different forms, which is really one of its biggest strengths because it allows us to adapt it and tailor it to every individual's needs and preferences. There are so many benefits of music therapy. To name a few, it can help to increase self-esteem, improve communication skills, it can facilitate personal development, it can support learning, it can help increase social interactions, decrease anxiety or agitation, it can help you manage pain, it can help support the processing of emotions, promoting mobility, and it can provide alternative forms of self-expression. And really the list goes on and on. That's just to name a few of the benefits. One thing that you can start to do yourself at home is start to notice what songs make you feel certain ways. When we listen to music that we like, it actually lowers our cortisol levels, which reduces our stress. And at the same time, when we listen to songs that we don't like, or maybe we have negative memories associated with them, it can increase those stress hormones. So you can really start to use music a little more intentionally in your day-to-day life. And one way that you can do this is to put together playlists that are for specific purposes. You might have a playlist that is for helping you relax or reduce your stress. Maybe a playlist for lifting your mood when you're having a day that you're feeling down. Maybe you could put together a playlist that you listen to when you have to do a stressful procedure at the hospital or anything like that. And while starting to use music more intentionally, you can also start to notice when you might actually need some quiet in your day, because music therapy is also about just the way we take in sound. It's not just songs. So when we're not using music intentionally, and maybe there's music playing in the background ongoing at your work or just kind of wherever you are in your day, that can actually overstimulate us. And there's no thought put into what songs you're listening to in those situations. So you can start to notice, like, would it be more beneficial for me at this point to listen to one of my playlists that I've made, or do I need actually to just sit in some quietness for a little while? Each province in Canada has their own association of music therapy. In BC, it's called the Music Therapy Association of BC. Their website is www.mtabc.com. And on that website, you can find links to different music therapy resources, as well as links to how to go about finding a music therapist to hire privately. And there's also the Canadian Association of Music Therapists. This will also provide you with information about music therapy and can kind of guide you to different provinces and their associations. This website is www.musictherapy.ca.
This video is brought to you by the Kidney Foundation of Canada, BC and Yukon branch. Please remember to like and subscribe. You can continue to watch another video or return to the Kidney Foundation Wellness Hub by clicking on the direct link in the description box below. If you would take a moment to fill out our short survey found below as well, we would greatly appreciate your input. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.